What's going on, Canes fans? Welcome to episode number 10 of Walking and Venting with Coop, the series where I walk along the edge of my property here and we vent, debate, talk about a negative or controversial topic when it comes to the Miami Hurricanes. Now, before you comment on this video, back away from the keyboard, hands off. Set the phone down, prop it up, and close out the keyboard. Let me speak first. Then plug your comment in. Let's talk about this. I know, yet another walking and venting talking about the quarterback situation. Coop, can't you drum up anything else to talk about? This is literally all any Canes fans are talking about. It's what the entire college football community is talking about if they watch Miami at all. Tyler Van Dyke. I am not sugarcoating this video at all. I know that I typically don't anyways. I try not to. I still always make sure that I don't just straight trash or dog players. None of these players are trash. They're playing Power 5 football for a reason. They worked hard. They got there. They're not trash. But we need to talk openly and honestly about this because Miami has a problem. Miami is in a bad spot right now. And here's what I'm going to say. I have a very strong opinion that I've come up with here for Tyler Van Dyke. And I need you to hear me out and tell me if you agree or disagree. And don't hold back. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you think this is some kind of wild take. I'm just going to go ahead and say it and then we'll talk about it. We'll dive deeper. I believe that Tyler Van Dyke has been coddled too much at the University of Miami. And what's the definition of coddled, in case you don't know? It's basically being overprotective, treating someone in an overprotective way. And what I mean by that is ever since 2021, Tyler Van Dyke has always been QB number 1 at Miami, if healthy. Remember that, if healthy. There has not been a quarterback competition. I'm not talking about coach speak. Hey, it's a battle across the board. Nobody's job is secure. BS. Tyler's job since 2021, if healthy, has always been secured. He's never been in jeopardy of losing his job. And I think that has impacted him in a negative way. No matter what his performance is, he's not getting benched. Even if they were to take him out for a drive or a couple of series or half a game or anything like that, it doesn't matter because as soon as they think he's ready to rock, they're going to march him right back out there. There's nobody behind him that's going to take his job. Think about that. Think about the impact, even subconsciously, like in your mental game. It doesn't matter if I come out and I throw 10 picks in 4 games. As long as I can trot out onto the field and throw the ball, I'm going to be playing. Everything will be okay. Think about it. Now, we'll talk about the other stuff as well. We'll talk about some people saying it's Dawson and his schemes, and we'll talk about injuries and all that stuff. But tell me if I'm crazy or not with that opinion. And I realize some people are going to say, well, Coop, like, what's the alternative? You know, the people that try to say, okay, and this makes sense. Let's talk about Florida State. Now we're in a position to where do you throw a freshman out there to the Wolves? Well, Coop, he handled Clemson. Florida State's different. Florida State's, it's a different monster, okay? Do you throw the freshman to the Wolves or do you throw the third-string quarterback out there that, yeah, I get it, throws some wrinkles in because, you know, he's a dual-threat quarterback, you know. Here's the problem. It's been mismanaged from the jump on the coaching side. The coaches going all the way back to Manny back in 2021 have just completely mismanaged this quarterback situation here at Miami. Because now we are in this position to where we either play the freshman in his second start. I mean, thank goodness at least he had some some garbage time early in the season, right? That helped him in the Clemson game. Or we play Jakari, who hasn't started this season. Yeah, he got some starts last year, I get it, but not this year. He hasn't been splitting reps with the ones. Or we march Tyler Van Dyke out there again, who's definitely not 90 to 100% physically or mentally, and we play him anyways. Either way, we get destroyed. Am I crazy or not? I don't think it's good to be in a position to where you're getting to start either way, no matter what. There's literally no consequences other than backlash on social media, and you can just not be on social media. And of course the coaching staff is going to critique him, and they're going to try to fix some things and watch film and stuff. But there's no threat of losing your job. It's always been, Tyler Van Dyke is our man. Tyler Van Dyke is quarterback number one. He's our guy. We need to scheme better. We need to call better plays. At some point, man, there has to be an actual real competition, because there hasn't been one. And like I said, when I go back to it, it's too late now. We have 3 games, bro. We have 3 games left. Like I said, it's been screwed up from the jump. Let's talk about some other things, though. Is it possible that Tyler Van Dyke looks this good in practice, but then just has a mental breakdown under the lights when it's game time? Now, at some point, though, this coaching staff's being paid the big dollars. They would have to put 2 and 2 together, and they would figure that out, right? Like, is he just a baller at practice? But then whenever he goes up against opposing teams' defenses, he sees 22 guys on the field for some reason? I don't know. We also have to look at the fact that, I do think that defenses have figured us out. Georgia Tech kind of provided a little bit of a blueprint, I think, with dropping guys in coverage. And they have figured us out a tad. Now, some of that is Tyler Van Dyke, because there have been open guys and he's missed them. A little bit of it can be Dawson and his play calling and his scheme and adjustments and things. So a little bit of it can be that, sure. But at the end of the day, man, Tyler's just been too inconsistent for far too long. And if we also want to talk about his health, like physically, like, injuries and the finger and the leg and all that stuff, then that still means you shouldn't play him. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm just saying. We know mentally that he'll never be the same ever again. That's the case, been the case since last year. Like, just completely destroyed this guy. And not all of that's his fault, but football is kind of a business, even at the college level, right? Like, your fans show support and buy merch and buy the season tickets and contribute to Kane's, collective and all this different stuff. And when this is the product and there are no changes or no talks of even that potentially being the case, you start to lose the fans. You start to lose support, which means no money. So it is kind of a business to an extent. And the reason why I even bring that up, Coop, don't mix business and college football and all that. Well, for starters, it's just part of it now, because now we have NIL and all that stuff. But the reality is, it just is. And I make the comparison because in business you have to sit feelings and emotions to the side. Tyler Van Dyke is family. He's a Miami Hurricane. That is fact. But right now he's bad for business in more ways than one. Miami is losing support in more ways than one. So my question is this: does Mario Cristobal have the balls to do something about it? What do you think? Oregon fans call him the quarterback killer. I realize that Dawson's his quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, but everything runs through the head man, right? Does Mario Cristobal have the balls to say, you know what? Right now, we're just going to have to take a chance. Right now, this team does not get up for you, Tyler. Right now, this team does not play for you. And right now, in our time of need, we need a leader. And we don't have that on the field right now with Tyler. I've spent too much time this season defending him. But it's because I love this team and I love the guys that play on this squad. But I do want to add that I've been defending a healthy Tyler Van Dyke. Tyler Van Dyke is not healthy in multiple ways. Multiple, I don't know, however you want to slice and dice this thing up. He's done. He's done. And I don't know, I don't think he can bounce back from this. I'm going to be honest with you. And I know some people are going to feel like this video is a little extreme, but I need to be even more blunt. I don't believe Tyler Van Dyke can bounce back, honestly. And here's my biggest concern. With the performance he's put out this year, you know, I told you guys that the scouts are advising him to return next year. If he stays at Miami, under Mario Cristobal and this staff, I would almost bet my house on it that he is locked in as quarterback number 1 in 2024, no matter what happens in the spring or the fall. Now, Coop, the coaching staff, they will open up the competition, especially after what's happening, you know, in the second half of this season. Coop, they would never do that. Bullcrap. That's the coach speak. Yeah, we're going to open up that competition. May the best man win. No. It will be Tyler Van Dyke. And you could, at the most, you could argue it would be Tyler Van Dyke's job to lose. And boy, if what he's doing right now isn't enough to lose it, then he sure as heck isn't losing it next year. There's no way. He will be quarterback number 1. And he will start playing lights out. Well, I think we open with Florida next year, right? He'll probably start playing lights out. It'll be a little bit of an injury that'll pop up. And then his confidence will be shot again. And I do think that's what has happened. We look at the first half of the season. Coop, where's the Texas A&M Tyler Van Dyke? Or Coop, where's Dawson's creative play calling that we saw against Texas A&M? Where did all that go? It all comes back to Tyler again, in my opinion. I hate to put it all on his shoulders, but I think that he's handcuffing Dawson. I don't think Dawson can do everything he wants to do because Tyler is limiting him. And like I said, whether it's due to injury, mental things, whatever it may be, it literally doesn't matter. I still firmly believe that that is the case. We saw Tyler Van Dyke tackle himself last night. There are some things that are limiting the offense with Tyler when it comes to the play calling. And I think that what has happened is, number 1, like we said, teams kind of figuring us out a tad, and that does fall on both Tyler and Dawson. But I also believe we're seeing exactly what we saw before, which is no matter what the offense is, once Tyler gets banged up a little bit, I know it's tough to play through injuries. I know it is. Once he gets banged up a little bit, he throws a couple of interceptions, his mental health just takes a dump. His confidence is gone. He plays scared. And if you are a quarterback, you can't play scared. You play scared, you lose. Then what he starts to do is he goes into panic mode and he starts forcing balls. And that also forces him to look to his main guy, Xavier Restrepo, because he knows they have that connection. That makes sense, right? It has to be it. He's in no danger of losing his job. At least it sure as heck seems that way. And that's been the case for many years. His confidence is shot. He's playing hurt. And he's not a leader. He's the weak link on this team right now. I don't know any other way to put it. And honestly, I don't think I have anything else to say about it. I think that's it. I understand that, I would say it's fair to say that 80% of the fan base or more wants Mario to start Emory Williams. I think that we probably lose 2 out of our 3 remaining games, which is going to put us at 7-5, right where our prediction was for the season back in August. At that point, we're already bowl eligible. We're already not going to the ACC championship game. You know what? I think you do it. I think you burn Emory's red shirt. You play him for the remaining 3 games, and Tyler has to figure out what he's going to do next year. I'm serious. And for those of you that say, Coop, you're not giving Tyler a fair shot, he's injured. Well, like I said, put that then on the coaching staff for mismanaging this quarterback situation, because they should have gave him the proper time to heal up before he came out and threw 10 interceptions in 4 games. So there's plenty of people to point the finger at. But I think, yes, at this point you have to. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. And I must say, for those of you that aren't on social media, you aren't on Twitter, good for you. That's probably the best way to be. Former players are now turning on Tyler Van Dyke and calling for him to be benched. And that is something we have not seen. They have backed him up. Even the ones that I've talked to whenever I was down in South Florida, and some that I messaged, I text and DM and stuff back and forth, they have all said, I'm a huge fan of Tyler. He just needs to get his crap together. It'll be okay. Give him some time. I support him. Let's keep pushing. Let's ride with TVD. They have now changed their minds. All of them that I talked to say at this point, there's no other choice. And no matter what the reasoning is, this is how we're going to close, because I'll just go and go. No matter what the reason may be, it's a choice that must be made. It has to be done now at this point. But will Mario Cristobal do something about it? Because if you want me to be honest, I don't think that he does. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. But I don't know, guys. Please share your thoughts. I don't think it's fair to say we're beating a dead horse at this point, because this is what it's all about right now. We got 3 games left, and this is where we're at. That's all I got. That's all I got for this one. I promise you can speak your mind, though. I need you to know that. I promise that you can say whatever you want. Your comment will not be deleted. You will not be banned. You can say whatever you want. I don't care. Let's chop it up. Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.